Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. My main tarot channel is Moon Moth Goddess, so if this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, welcome. I'd also encourage you to check out my other tarot channel as well for additional content, as I've had that channel a lot longer than this one here. This one is fairly new. Those of you that are wanting to book a private reading, you can always find my email down below in the description box, where you can send me an email and I will provide you with more information on booking readings with me. I also have one-on-one tarot teaching little courses available with me on Zoom, which is just you and me one-on-one, so you can learn how to read the tarot, in which we go over the meanings of all the cards to help to solidify those energies for you, so you really understand the tarot. I also have mentoring available, whether it is for relationships, your spiritual path, whatever type of mentorship, I do have that available. I also have Reiki distance sessions that are also available that you can add on to any of your readings, or also those of you that are just wanting to stick just with the Reiki, I do have that available too. Okay, so you can find my email in the description box. Like I said, just send me an email and I will provide you on more information on the services that I do have available. And also just keep in mind, I will never reach out to you in the comments or on social media to offer any services to you. If there's somebody reaching out telling you that they want to give you a reading or that you need to send them money for a reading, it is not me. It is probably an impersonator. So just be aware that there are scammers that go about into the comment section and do that. So please do not send that person money if they're asking you, to give you a reading. I don't reach out to people. If you want to book a reading with me, then you can always send me an email. Okay, so today's pick a card reading, we are looking into what has Spirit been trying to warn you about a specific person or even a certain situation within your life. Sometimes we receive a lot of messages, synchronicities, things in ways that Spirit is trying to get our attention, but I've set the intention for this reading today to be specifically for warnings, things that Spirit wants us to be aware of. Maybe there's a specific person that we're connecting with, or someone who may not be the best for us within our life. That could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a romantic partner. It's just whatever situation Spirit is trying to warn you about, either a specific person or a specific situation that Spirit is wanting to give you a little bit extra guidance with. So I have 3 piles today. Those of you that feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay. You may have some different stuff going on kind of in your life, so go with what your gut feeling is telling you. Pile number 1, you are going to be the Lord of the Rings Tarot, and that is going to be with this little creamy beige crystal here, which I forgot the name of it. I'm sorry, but it is this creamy little beige crystal for pile number 1 with the Lord of the Rings Tarot. Pile number 2, you are going to be the Tarot del Toro, and that is with this little desert jasper heart for pile number 2. Pile number 3, you are going to be the Labyrinth Tarot, and that is with this little carnelian here. Okay, so once again, like I said, this is a reading to find out what Spirit has been trying to warn you about a person or even some type of specific situation. And maybe it's kind of like you're feeling a little bit uncertain, a little bit lost, a little bit stuck, or just maybe confused by the messages that you're getting from Spirit and don't know like what Spirit is trying to tell you. I know I feel like that sometimes when I'm getting all of these different messages and I'm just like, what is this? What is this? What are these dreams trying to tell me about certain things? So pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So those of you that resonated with the Lord of the Rings Tarot and this creamy little crystal here, this is going to be a reading. So we're finding out today, what has Spirit been trying to warn you about a specific person or a specific situation that you might be having going on in your life. Spirit has been sending you messages, downloads, signs, synchronicities, dreams, and sometimes we don't know how to put it all together to try to understand what Spirit is trying to tell us, warn us about, which is specifically what we're going to be looking at today. So let's see here. What has Spirit been trying to warn you about? A person, a situation. We'll just allow whatever needs to come through for pile number 1. What has Spirit been trying to warn you about? A person, a situation. What has Spirit been trying to warn you about? Pile number 1. What has Spirit been trying to warn you about? Pile number 1. What is Spirit trying to tell you with all these signs and synchronicities, messages that you're receiving? Pile 1. About a specific person or a situation happening in your life. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? Pile number 1. Okay. So we do have the Hanged Man. Okay, so this may be talking about some type of shift or change in perspective, or to give you some type of insight. Okay, maybe about seeing something that's happening in your life, whether it is another person or a situation. It's like Spirit's trying to help you to gain some type of enlightenment from the messages that are kind of coming through, so that you're able to see a certain situation from a different perspective. So what is Spirit trying to warn pile number 1 about? A person or a situation going on in their life. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? Pile number 1. We have the 4 of Rings here, which is the 4 of Pentacles. And I'm seeing that one of these rings is broken on this 4 of Pentacles. So this can even be for some of you about some type of commitment that you have. Doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but it could even be some type of, who knows, a work commitment, a friendship. We'll kind of see what else is coming through. But the 4 of Pentacles energy is when we are clinging onto something, holding onto something. This can even be talking about the comfort zone, a fear of taking some type of a risk. Okay, let's see here. What has Spirit been trying to warn pile number 1 about a person or a situation? We have the 3 of Cups. Okay, now some of you, this could be surrounding other people. Okay, surrounding you in your circle. Okay, the 3 of Cups is talking mainly about friendships. However, we'll clarify that a little bit more, but this is Spirit saying there's someone in your circle here. Let's see. What has Spirit been trying to warn you about this person or situation? Maybe some type of outside influence. Okay. And we do have Cancer, Capricorn, and Pisces energy. What has Spirit been trying to warn pile number 1 about a person, a situation? We also have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What has Spirit been trying to warn pile number 1 about a person, a situation? Wow. Okay, so we do have the Magician energy. What has Spirit been trying to warn pile number 1 about a person, a situation? We have the Death card, which is interesting because it's like a volcano. It kind of looks like the Tower card. But it is the Death card. We also have a Judgment here. Okay, so we do have Scorpio energy here as well. What has Spirit been trying to warn pile number 1 about? Person, a situation. And then we have the Moon. Okay, so we do have more Pisces energy. And I am seeing the Empress at the bottom. So with this energy here, especially with the Moon energy being present, I feel like this is something that either you are not seeing clearly, okay? And it may be why Spirit is trying to come in to give you some type of insight or awareness to kind of change and shift your perspective so that you're able to truly see something for what it truly is. The Moon energy can bring in a lot of confusion, a lot of clouded judgment, illusions, delusion, deception. So it could be someone we have around us, or it could be, like I said, for some of you, it could be a friend, someone in your circle here. Okay, and it could even be about a need for release, I feel like, of that person, especially for those of you where you kind of already have like this gut feeling that's not so good about a specific person that you have around you, and you're already kind of feeling something. Then I feel like Spirit is wanting you. And I'm noticing this Empress too, which is kind of, I don't know what she's got here in her hand. It kind of like, when I look at her, if you didn't look at the Empress, she kind of looks like the Queen of Swords. Like she's holding a sword here. But she is the Empress. So I want to clarify this a little bit to see. But yeah, the Moon energy here is about something that maybe you're unsure about, uncertain about. For some of you, it may have nothing to do with a person who's being deceptive around you. It could be a current situation that you're needing to see from a different perspective. For some of you, I'm getting, especially with us having the Judgment card here, for some of you, this can be talking about your, let's just say your soul's purpose, your life purpose, answering the call of your soul. And because we do have the Knight of Wands here, the Knight of Wands is this energy of pursuing something. It's about passion, desire, and kind of having that fire energy within us to go after something. We have the Magician here, which is about creation and manifestation and us having all the tools that we need in order to manifest. And we have the Empress here. So the Empress is also a very powerful manifester. This is about birthing of something new, co-creation. And maybe for some of you, you're feeling a little bit clouded about what that is. Like, what am I supposed to create here? What is it that Spirit is trying to tell me? And maybe it is kind of shrouded in illusion at this time. Maybe there is a little bit of clouded judgment here surrounding the energy. And the Death card is about transformation. It's about some type of ending, you know, to create some type of new beginning here. The Judgment is about us kind of rising from the ashes, going through the death and rebirth process, which both of these, both being Scorpio energy here, there's transformation that is taking place and potentially renewal for you. And to me, a lot of this energy here is surrounding maybe Spirit's wanting you to kind of get out of the comfort zone. And maybe this is connecting with other people or even moving towards things that do bring in joy and happiness and fulfillment for you within your life. And it requires you, with that Knight of Wands energy, to put forth the action, right? Especially for those of you where you've been staying kind of like stuck in the comfort zone, and it's really Spirit wanting you maybe to change and shift your perspective on how you view yourself and your ability to move past certain illusions or fears, because the Moon can also bring in a lot of subconscious fears, repressed feelings and emotions. This can even be about healing for some of you, release. Okay, which I'm also kind of getting from this Death card, being that it is a volcano. To me, there is a release that's kind of happening here. Okay, so I want to look at this a little bit more. We're going to see what this Hangman energy is here. We also have Taurus and Libra. Why is the Hangman energy here? We have the World. Okay, so there's something here with the World energy that is needing to come to some type of end. There's a completion of a cycle here, or Spirit wanting you to know that something is over, or something is done, or maybe even something that you're working on or working towards has reached its completion. It's served its purpose, and this may be for you to really kind of create something new. Okay. Let's see here. What else? What is this Hangman energy? Maybe some type of cycle for some of you. Yeah, look at that. We've got the World and the Fool. The World is an ending. The Fool is a new beginning. Okay. So this is taking some type of risk or leap of faith into something new. Okay. So let's see here. What is this Four of Pentacles? You have the Page of Wands. Okay. Page of Wands energy is about discovering, exploring, expansion, growth, going down a new path for some of you. So some of you, it quite literally is Spirit trying to get your attention because wanting you to start something new, begin something new. Like I said, some of you with the Judgment card here, it is about answering the call of your soul. Okay? Maybe there is some type of transformation, or maybe your transformation is complete. Maybe some of you have really been working on yourself, on your healing, on your growth. And it's like Spirit's now wanting to say, okay, you're ready, right? You're ready. We've had enough time here. We've had enough time here in this stage of limbo and stagnancy. Now it's time to start this next chapter, this next phase of your life here. Okay? So let's see. Why is the Three of Cups energy here? We have the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Now the Six of Pentacles energy is about reciprocity or equal give and take. It's about us putting effort, work towards certain things that we're wanting here so that we can really reap the rewards, the benefits. This may even be about someone surrounding you who has given you some type of, I feel like, it makes me feel like, is this person someone who's giving you some type of gift? Maybe it's inspiration, okay, that you might have from this person, giving you something here. So I want to look at this Judgment energy, actually. We have the Three of Pentacles. Many of you, this Three of Pentacles energy here is about you showcasing your talents, your skills. Some of you are being called to open your own businesses, self-employment, or even to make some type of shift or change with your job, career, okay, is what I'm seeing here. What is this Knight of Wands? We have the Nine of Swords, and this is feeling a lot of anxiety, and this anxiety could be something that is blocking out the clarity for you about the direction or the movement, next actions, next steps to take here. Let's see, why is the Moon here? We have the Nine of Rings, which is the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So this is about independence and security, stability, financial security and stability. So some of you, it could be that there are certain fears that you have surrounding being independent or even interdependent when it comes to connections. Okay. Maybe certain fears that you might have. Okay. Let's see here. Why is the Moon energy here? We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant. Why is the Death card here? It almost makes me feel like there may be certain beliefs that you might hold that are creating fears within you. Why is the Death card here? We have the Ten of Rings, which is the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, now I am, for some of you, getting a specific message about a commitment that you're involved in. And of course, because this is a general reading, only take this message if it's something that you truly feel within your intuition already. Okay? Because otherwise, it's going to be you trying to just force a message to fit when it may not fit. If your intuition isn't telling you, then don't worry about this message. But I am getting a message here for someone who is in a committed relationship, committed partnership, and there is fear surrounding you leaving this connection. But I almost feel like Spirit is saying here, this connection with this person has served its purpose. Some of you are married, and this is maybe fears that you have or feeling confused about the commitment that you are with this person. There is some type of illusion surrounding this commitment. Okay? Some type of illusion surrounding it. And I feel like Spirit's saying that you're already getting this feeling that it makes me feel like there's a leaving or moving on from this commitment or on from this connection. Okay, and kind of rebuilding your own life, yourself, independent, on your own. And there are a lot of fears about you being able to do this, about being able to separate yourself, about being able to support yourself. And it's like Spirit's wanting you to make sure that you're not kind of stuck in a fog, an illusion with this person. And I don't necessarily feel it's not like this person's just not a good person. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus, okay? And I don't want to say that this person is like a bad person, but it almost makes me feel like Spirit is saying here for some of you, this relationship or this connection has served its purpose. And there are some fears surrounding you letting go or moving on, but some of you have already had that gut feeling that has been telling you, should I move on from this? Okay, should I move on from this? And I feel like Spirit's wanting you to see, with all of this, you are the Empress here. You have the potential to manifest this new beginning for yourself, this new opportunity, going down in a different path. I almost kind of feel for some of you, it's like Spirit is saying here, this connection is holding you back. Okay? And some of you, like I said, don't take the message if you feel like it doesn't really fit, if that's not what your gut has been telling you. But some of you, you're already having this kind of feeling about this commitment in your life, and kind of feeling already that has its kind of reached its end here. Okay? Some of you, like I said, this has nothing to do, especially for those of you that are single and you've got no relationship that we're really talking about here. In that case, this is Spirit wanting you to kind of step into this role of you being the Empress and transforming, basically, I feel like, into a person who has every potential possibility to be able to manifest wealth, abundance. It's like Spirit's wanting you to truly step into your power and move yourself outside of that comfort zone, the scarcity mindset, the beliefs, the self-limiting beliefs that could be creating an illusion for you, making you feel like I cannot become this person. Because Spirit's saying here, yes, you can. You are the Empress here. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So it's like Spirit's wanting you to kind of transform into this energy. You know, knowing with the 10 of Pentacles, this is about wealth, stability, security. The 9 of Pentacles is us really working towards this place in life where we can really enjoy the fruits of our labor. So those of you that have been kind of, I would say, settling or feeling kind of complacent or kind of stuck, and you know that you are worth so much more. Some of you, this can be letting go of a commitment that's a job, maybe a workplace. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. Some of you can be staying at a job that you're just kind of feeling, you know what, I'm kind of feeling this energy. I like this job, but at the same time, I'm feeling Spirit kind of giving me this shift away or outside of this. And so it could be an end of some type of commitment of some kind. Maybe it's to your current employer. Those of you that are just kind of feeling this energy surrounding a committed partnership or even a marriage is what I'm picking up for some of you here as well. Okay, and maybe for those of you that are married, like I said, there could be certain fears about you being single, being independent, being able to support yourself. And Spirit's basically saying, you got this. You can do this. It just requires, planning here and being able to change or shift your perspective about this new beginning for yourself, okay? Why is the Magician energy here? Why is the Magician energy here? From many of you, the Magician is talking about your willpower, your determination, right? To be successful. Let's see. We have the Emperor. Yeah, we have the Emperor and the Empress. Maybe for some of you, this is Spirit wanting to try to get your attention, for you to embody the energy of your inner masculine, okay? Because the Magician, like I said, is the willpower. It is us believing in ourselves and having an understanding that we have all the tools we need within us right now to be able to create, to become a powerful co-creator, to manifest abundance, to manifest security, stability. But with the Emperor energy, this requires us to stay focused, to stay disciplined, to stay grounded, and to, come up with a plan, a strategy. Okay? Planning something here. I do want to get one more for this Magician. And we have the Five of Swords. Okay. I will say again, some of you, I'm getting a message here of this challenging energy surrounding a masculine. Okay, some of you, I'm getting this could be a husband, a spouse, a partner, in which there is a lot of maybe even aggressive, controlling, fighting, disagreements. You just feel very challenged, very defeated with this person. Okay, like I said, only take it if it resonates. But I am getting that energy here. So it's like, is this person, if you are dealing with that situation, is that person creating an illusion that this is where you are needing to stay? Okay. Some of you, those of you that have, this has nothing to do with a relationship, marriage, any of that business. There is some challenged energy surrounding your masculine, okay, in which I'm seeing there could potentially be self-sabotaging thoughts, okay, with regard to your ability to take action, focus, and direct your energy towards making this happen for yourself, okay? So it's like Spirit trying to really help you, I feel like, to really balance out your two energies, both your feminine and your masculine, to really help you to take your life to the next level of where you're meant to be, which for many of you, I feel like is you transforming into this Ten of Pentacles by embodying the Empress and the Emperor, right? Because this is, with this being here, the 9, 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, it makes me feel like those of you that chose this pile are meant to experience this level of security and abundance for yourself, right? And so right now, I feel like many of you are doing really well, okay? You're doing good, but it's like Spirit's saying, okay, you're meant to achieve this 10 of Pentacles, so let's level it up. Let's take it to the next level. And a lot of this comes down to you really believing in yourself, right? In your abilities. So it's kind of like stepping outside of the comfort zone, right? Pursuing your passions, pursuing the things that you're interested in, moving past anxieties, fears, whatever this is that could potentially be holding you back. Some of you, it is a person, it is a spouse, it is a partner, it is a job that is not allowing you to grow any further within that. So in that respect, it's kind of like, it's like you're holding yourself back, holding your success, the success that you are truly meant to have to achieve within your lifetime. Don't let those fears, right, block you from your greatness, I feel like, with this, okay? Why is the Empress here? We have the Ace of Wands, okay? Now, the Ace of Wands is Spirit wanting you to see just how much potential you truly have. The ideas, the downloads, the little ideas and inspiration that Spirit is kind of giving to you, in a sense, are helping you in a way. Spirit's giving you these ideas for a reason. And it is because there is potential here for growth, for expansion, right? It just requires you to be open to change, be open to taking a risk, and being open to going through this personal transformation and kind of following those signs that Spirit is really leading you towards. Okay, so let's go into our oracle messages here and get some more information. What is Spirit trying to warn pile number 1 about? A person, a situation. What is it that Spirit has been trying to get your attention with? Pile number 1, trying to tell you, trying to communicate to you. We have, it's time to release negativity. Okay, with Scorpio. And we've got Scorpio energy here. Now that negativity can be something that you were holding on to yourself, right? Your own negative thoughts, your own self-sabotaging thoughts, or this can even be releasing people or situations who are bringing negative energy towards you that are keeping you from where you're truly meant to be. Okay, I do feel like I want to get a little bit more on that. I want to kind of see what is the negativity that you're needing to release here. Okay, so of course, again, general reading, it may be different for all of you, but some of you already know what it is, right? You already have an idea of what this is that you're needing to release and let go of. Whether it's something about yourself or it is a certain situation here. So let's see. What is the negativity that pile number 1 needs to release? What is the negativity that pile 1 needs to release? What is the negativity that pile 1 needs to release? We have the Wheel of Fortune. This could be cycles that you're keeping yourself in. Cycles. Let's see what else. It could even be negative thoughts about money. Okay. Negative thoughts about money. Scarcity mindset. Keeping yourself stuck in that. Like, right? Worried about money. Worried about money. Worried about money. Worried about stability. Worried about security. So you kind of stay where you're at. You don't take the risk because you're constantly worried in that cycle. Let's see here. What is the negativity that pile number 1 is needing to release? You know, about abundance, about flow. Maybe even creating resistance for yourself. Scared of going with the flow of where universe is trying to direct you towards. What is the negativity that pile number 1 needs to release? The Knight of Wands. I don't know. Some of you with the Knight of Wands energy here could be dealing with someone who is maybe a little flighty. Okay, maybe even fears of commitment. Wanting to stay single. Maybe for some of you, if you're dealing with someone who's been very hot and cold, very unpredictable, you know, and maybe there's this illusion surrounding this situation with this person leading towards commitment. That's the illusion that Spirit is wanting you to see, that maybe this person is someone who has no clear intention of actually being in a committed relationship with you. There could also be third-party energy. Some of you, literally with the Knight of Wands, could be dealing with a player. Right? And Spirit wanting you to let that person go. Okay? So it may not be for all of you, but some of you, like I said, if you already have this gut feeling something's not good here, in that case with the Empress and the Ace of Wands, it's like Spirit saying, know your worth here. Okay? Know your worth, know your value. Let's see. What is the negativity that you're needing to release? Pile 1. What is the negativity you're needing to release? The 10 of Wands. Okay. So the 10 of Wands is when we put a lot on our plate. We have a lot of responsibilities. We are taking on too much. We're risking burnout. We're spreading ourselves thin. We're under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. Maybe even certain people who are creating this energy surrounding us. And we're keeping ourselves stuck in that cycle over and over and over again. Right? This is something we're needing to release and let go of. Okay? Even if it is, say, like a job. Like I said, it could be a job. It could be a relationship. Maybe a friendship that's stressing you out. Okay? So let's see what else Pile number 1. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? A specific person or situation. We also have confidence is your key to success, right? Wanting you to be confident. We have Scorpio, Leo energy here. Pile number 1. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? Person, situation. We have forbidden here. Something. Maybe this is like maybe a certain direction Spirit's not wanting you to go into. Something Spirit's trying to just kind of like block off and like pull you away from. I want to see what is this forbidden energy for you. And oddly enough, we have number 18, which is the moon. Illusion, deception, right? What is this forbidden energy for pile number 1? What is this forbidden energy? The 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. And the 6 of Cups. It's almost with the 6 of Cups energy here. This is talking about something from the past. Maybe something that you're needing to release here. You're needing to move on from. Okay? Maybe this is something here. Because the 3 of Wands is about future, foresight, planning, anticipation, waiting for something. And then we have the 6 of Cups energy here, which is the past. Okay. So it almost makes me feel like Spirit's, you know, we're seeing a lot of this energy here of release with Judgment and the Death card. So there is this transformation that is taking place within you. But I feel like Spirit's not wanting you to focus on holding, maybe some of you are holding on to a lot of energy of your past that you're needing to release. You know, and are needing to move towards, you know, planning for future. And I'm seeing the Chariot at the bottom. A Chariot is an energy of freedom, of progress, of movement, of willpower, determination. So there's something here with this forbidden energy that Spirit's maybe wanting you to stay away from, close the door on the past, person from the past. And we have the King of Pentacles here as well. In some way, it almost makes me feel too like this King of Pentacles energy. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, and Aries. I don't know. It just makes me feel like, is there someone here from your past? Maybe a past commitment, past relationship. Maybe Spirit wanting you to move on from the past. Maybe some of you, there were some blockages surrounding abundance. Maybe I'm getting, for some of you, there's healing from your past. That is something that is imperative to your movement forward. Like there's an important healing. There's an important healing from your past. It could be your childhood. Or even a past connection, past relationship that has been creating blockages for you with being able to move forward and be in your power, is what I'm seeing here. Where there may have been certain blockages around abundance for some of you. And it is you healing your past and being able to move on from it is helping you, I feel like, in a way to find balance within your energy so that you are able to move past any blockages or any cycles that you have been stuck in. So let's see what else. What has Spirit been trying to warn pile number 1 about? Person or situation. We have the Dragon here with strength and wisdom. Maybe this is the strength and wisdom that you do have within yourself, right? We have the stars, and it says a long journey brings rewards. And to me, that is the 10 of Pentacles, which is your rewards. What Spirit is wanting to help to move you towards, right? We have the Golem here, and it says a close friend acts on your behalf, right? Like I was saying, we have some type of friendship energy up there with that 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. What is this person doing? I want to know. What is this friend? A close friend acts on your behalf. What is this message for pile 1? What is this close friend energy surrounding pile number 1? We have the Chariot. Some of you, there's a friend that's going to be helping you to move forward or get ahead. I don't know if this is this person giving you some guidance, some assistance, maybe for some of you helping you to move forward to this next level, is what I'm getting here as well. But the Chariot is about progress, willpower. So maybe those of you that even feel like you're kind of stuck in a situation that you want to get out of, there could be a friend that's going to help you with this transition process. Okay. Maybe even for those of you that are wanting to kind of move to a different job, a different career, you're traveling, you know, maybe this person is going to help to talk to you or communicate with you some things that are going to help you to get past your fears. Maybe there's someone who inspires you, or maybe even Spirit kind of sending this friend in to deliver these messages with clarity to you that are going to help to give you a change or shift in perspective. And that could, the messages, you know, from Spirit are going to come from many different places. We're going to get them in our dreams. We're going to see them on license plates, TV, you know, friends that are talking to us and kind of not even realizing that they're giving us messages, right? I mean, I've had situations where I've been feeling puzzled about something, and then my husband will say something to me, and I'm looking at him like he's like delivering messages from Spirit without him even realizing it, you know, where it just kind of makes the light bulb go on for me, and I'm like, wow, you know, now this message makes sense, and he didn't even realize that he was doing it, but Spirit just has a way of bringing these messages to us to help us to give that clarity, where it's, even if it's coming through another person. So this is kind of what I'm seeing here. There could be someone, a friend, someone around you who's kind of giving you some type of insight message. Maybe, like I said, for some of you, giving you some type of inspiration to help you take things, your career, your success, your life, kind of like to that next level, giving you just what you need to hear. So you're just like, wow, I got it. I'm doing this. We're seeing that star energy. A long journey brings rewards, right? So some of you may have felt like maybe even stuck for a while, or, you know, working really hard and wanting to see more abundance, more prosperity, more opportunities, right? Let's see here. Last messages, pile number 1. What has Spirit been trying to tell you? We have a realization here. Some type of realization, epiphany, right? Movement. Maybe there's some, like I said, some type of change, progress, movement that you're making here. And we have the timing. So the timing may also be something that's very important for you with this move, with this transition. Some of you with the Chariot can even be literally moving, relocation, travel, okay? Some type of change that you're needing to make. We have the energy of clearing here. So this is also removing people, situations, things out of our life that are not in alignment, right? That have been, in a way, holding us back. And we have focus here, right? So there is a shift here that Spirit is wanting you to pay attention to. And I'm seeing destruction at the bottom, which to me, this destruction is the release of anything in your life right now that is not in alignment for you, whether that be a friendship, a relationship, a job, a family situation. This is you on your path to that Empress energy, okay? Powerful co-creation, abundance, prosperity, love. For many of you, can be letting something go to open yourself up to something new romantic connection, new job, you stepping into your power here, maybe to even open your own business, become independent. But we're seeing some type of leap of faith, starting a new chapter, releasing the old, destruction of the old self, some type of realization about some type of movement that you're needing to make, and Spirit really wanting you to focus on that, because with that 10 of Pentacles, that is where you're aiming to be, is you transforming in a way into that. For some of you, it can even be the end of a family cycle or situation that you may have been stuck in. Maybe friendships that need to come to an end, friendships that have changed over time, relationships that have changed over time, a job that has changed over time, where it's like Spirit saying, okay, this is the end of the road for whatever this commitment is. It's time for the new one. Okay, whatever that fresh new energy is for you. Okay, what you can think of right now. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number 1, I hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 2. So those of you that resonated with this, what is this? The Tarot del Toro and the Desert Jasper. This is going to be a reading today, and we're trying to find out what Spirit is trying to warn you about, maybe a specific person or a situation, something that Spirit is trying to bring your awareness to. Maybe something that's a blockage, or just, could it be whatever message is there. So we're going to just kind of let Spirit speak and see whatever comes through for you. If you feel like this isn't really resonating for you at all, you're more than welcome to choose a different pile. So let's see, pile number 2. And this is, for those of you that have been getting like different signs and synchronicities, and you're kind of like confused, puzzled, like, what is it? The Spirit is trying to tell me or warn me about. So let's see here. Especially if you've been having like some crazy weird dreams, or just kind of like feeling a little puzzled here. So let's see. Pile 2. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? Maybe a person or a situation. Pile number 2. Pile 2. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? Person, situation. What does pile number 2 needing to see, hear at this time? Maybe something they are not recognizing with the messages that you're trying to give to pile number 2. Give them the clarity that they need at this time about what you're trying to communicate about a person or a situation in their life at this time for pile 2. Okay, so we do have the 4 of Pentacles, which is, they look like little wheels. Gears, actually, little gears. Let's see, pile number 2. What is Spirit trying to warn pile 2 about? A specific person or a situation. We have the Ace of Discs, which is the Ace of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Cups. It's almost like there's some type of opportunity surrounding you, is what I'm getting here. Because with the 4 of Cups, this can talk about some type of a blind spot that we have. There's something that we're not seeing. Okay? And I feel like it is an opportunity for some type of new beginning. For some of you, it can be a new start, maybe with a house, a home, a job. With that Ace of Pentacles energy there. And with the 4 of Pentacles, many of you are kind of feeling like, I'm good right here. I'm good, I'm comfortable, or you've been kind of like in the comfort zone. And the 4 of Cups can be when we miss out on an opportunity because we're more so focused on past, we're feeling discontent with our life, we're feeling unhappy, we're feeling unfulfilled in the 4 of Cups energy. So there is an opportunity that Spirit is trying to warn you about, bring your attention to, wanting you to notice, or this could even be an opportunity that will be coming towards you that Spirit is trying to let you know, hey, when this opportunity comes through, pay attention. Pay extra close attention to people, situations, things that can be bringing out some type of a new beginning for you. So it's kind of like Spirit's wanting you to kind of go for it. Okay? Let's see what else here. Pile number 2. What has Spirit been trying to warn you about? A person, a situation. For pile number 2. We have the King of Blades, which is the King of Swords. Yes, this requires action, decision, planning, strategy, vision, creation. Maybe for some of you, this is starting a new creative project or birthing something new. Okay. What is Spirit trying to warn pile number 2 about a person or a situation? We have the 2 of Cups. Some of you, this could be a business partnership. Okay, a partnership here. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So yes, this is Spirit wanting you to take some type of decisive action. Okay, if you don't already have this opportunity and can see it right now, there is an opportunity that will be coming towards you or is currently surrounding you right now that you may not be noticing with that 4 of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the World. Okay, so with the World energy, this is talking about the completion of a cycle or something coming to an end. Okay, to allow for some type of new beginning. So what else am I seeing here? This 9 of Pentacles is speaking about independence, security, stability. So some of you, like I'm seeing, this could potentially have to do with a job, a career. Okay, so we do have Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We also have Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus energy, and also Leo, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, so let's look at this 4 of Cups first off. 4 of Cups energy. Why is the 4 of Cups here? We have the Queen of Swords. Yes, it's like Spirit's wanting you to be like extra clear. Extra clear with your thinking, your decisions. This is about you being objective about something. Let's see what else. Why is the 4 of Cups here? We have the 9 of Swords, which is about fears, anxieties, worries, being in your head, overthinking things. Maybe even about taking some type of opportunity that is being offered to you. Some of you could be rejecting something or pushing something away, or not even kind of like considering it. But I feel like Spirit is wanting you to consider it. Whatever this is. Let's see. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? You know, it's kind of like saying, okay, especially if this is for your career and you have a certain goal in mind. Let's just say, okay, you want this position, and it's like Spirit's trying to show you a different position that may help you to get to your goal. But when you look at that position, you're just like, I don't know if I want to do that. But it's like Spirit's wanting you to kind of see beyond, I feel like, kind of what you're seeing at this time. We have the King of Pentacles. So yes, this opportunity that's coming towards you, and it can even be like, I'm also getting, and I will say, because if there's love stuff that's going to come through, I'm going to let you know, even though that's not really what the focus is for this channel. But I am getting, for some of you, you could be dealing with a person, and this is someone that you do have romantic feelings for, And this is someone that is very cold or detached or has rejected you. And if that is the case, Spirit is wanting you to kind of focus on bringing things to an end with that person, because there is someone else that is coming in that Spirit is wanting you to shift your attention towards. And this person is bringing in the solid commitment. And this is for those of you, especially if you're single. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So that is huge. Okay, there is an opportunity here, whether it be for a job, career stuff, relationship, new beginning here with the King of Pentacles. That is long-term security, stability, whether it is a committed partnership for you that's coming in. So Spirit's wanting you to kind of let go what is not serving you. If you've been dealing with someone who has rejected you, pushed you away, they'd rather stay single, they're avoidant, they're kind of coming in with this very flighty energy when you're the person who's kind of putting forth love and commitment and energy, and this person has just been very detached, this is where Spirit is saying, cut it off. Cut this person off, because the next person you have coming in with that Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles is your person. Okay? And so it's important for you to kind of close out this cycle. For others of you, I'm seeing this as career stuff, like a job, like you're getting out of your comfort zone to open yourself up to this new opportunity that is coming towards you if it's not here already. But this is where you pay extra close attention, like I said, to the people, to the opportunities that are here, because this opportunity that you have coming towards you, if it's not here just yet, is something that's going to lead to that long-term security and stability that you're really looking for. However, it does require a risk, right? It requires you to step outside of your comfort zone to pursue what it is. So this is where Spirit is needing you in that very clear headspace to plan things out for yourself, okay? Strategy, focus, discipline, commitment that is required here. So let's see what else. What is this Four of Pentacles? And we have the Ten of Wands, okay? So this can be feeling, especially for some of you, that you feel like you're kind of stuck in a situation that is creating a lot of stress, a lot of heaviness, a lot of burden. Some of you are working super hard and you're already burnt out, okay? You're already burnt out. Some of you may feel like you've been working and working and working, and you feel like you're not getting ahead. You're not being paid what you're worth. This is where we need to let go of that anxiety and that feeling of, I feel discontent, I feel unhappy, but I'm staying in this space right here. This is the need to really be objective about it and see how you have control over changing what you bring about in your life. Okay? So many of you could be literally letting go of a job or position that is not paying you what your worth is. And about you being objective about it to say, okay, if I am feeling unhappy in the situation, I have the power to manifest and create another opportunity for myself that is going to lead to the abundant life that I truly wish to live. But it requires, with the world energy here, to bring an end to a cycle, to allow for some type of new beginning. And your new beginning is right there with the Ace of Pentacles, clarified by the King of Pentacles. Okay? So let's see here. What is this Nine of Pentacles energy here? We have the Five of Wands, okay? So the Five of Wands can talk about challenges, conflict. This conflict can be something that we feel within ourselves. It could be challenges that we're facing with another person, especially for those of you where you're kind of stuck in a situation where a person has rejected you, pushed you away. The person has some issues surrounding committing, right? And this is where Spirit is saying, let this person go, right? This one's not for you. We've got someone else better, okay? Let's see here. What is this world energy here? We have the Queen of Wands, okay? And I feel like that's you, pile 2. The Queen of Wands is about you stepping into your power, okay? Stepping into your power, being more confident, taking the lead, right, of where you are directing your energy, your life, putting forth your focus, your determination. Why is the Empress here? Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Many of you, like I said, you've been working really hard towards manifesting something for yourself. And I feel like Spirit's saying, keep going. Don't give up. Okay? Don't give up. You will soon see the fruits of your labor, everything, all this hard work that you've been putting in, okay? But I am feeling for some of you there is a shift that is needed here. What is this Two of Cups energy here? Look at that. We have the Empress again. Yes. So this can even be you manifesting for some of you a new opportunity for yourself, a new business partnership or a new partnership, accepting a new offer, okay? Could be something for you here. Some of you, this can be letting go of an old connection and you opening yourself up to something new. So this could be Spirit wanting to let you know there is someone new coming into your life that could potentially, for some of you, be your forever person, especially for those of you that are single. For others of you, it could be more so about career, things like that. Something like the job, the career that is going to lead you to the success and abundance you're truly looking for. And this is what you are manifesting here. Okay? You asked for it, you asked for it with this energy here, but it's a need for you to kind of be open to receiving it. And that's what's important about that Four of Cups, is that we pay attention, right? We don't miss out on opportunity. Let's see. We've got the World. Yes. So there is an ending here. Okay. There is an ending. We've got the World here twice. This is completing a cycle to allow for some type of new beginning here. And your new beginning, again, is right there. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Confident in your decision, courage to make this decision, whatever this is for you. Okay? Page of Cups at the bottom. There's a new offer here. Okay? New offer, new opportunity that Spirit is wanting you to take advantage of. So let's get a little bit more information with the Oracle. We also have Leo energy here. So pile number 2, what is Spirit trying to warn you about? A person, situation, trying to get your attention, wanting to let you know something. We have don't let pride get in your way with the full moon and Leo, right? So don't also let your pride hold you back, right? Some of you could even be, I'm getting this situation where some of you have worked really hard at the position that you're in. You may have put years into it, right? And then you're thinking about a new beginning elsewhere that's going to provide more financial security and stability, but you're kind of thinking, oh my goodness, I've invested already all of these years into this position. If I start over now, I'm going to have to start at the bottom, or I'm going to have to, it just kind of makes me feel like there's some kind of energy here surrounding, don't let pride get in your way, right? Of walking away from something, letting go of something in order to start something new. Some of you may be feeling a lot of that pride, the ego, right? That could be maybe creating some type of conflict that you feel within yourself, okay? So Spirit's saying here, don't let your pride get in the way. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? Pile number 2, a person, a situation. We have a personal issue reaches resolution. Personal issue reaches resolution with Cancer energy. And then we also have your commitment is being tested. And that could be your commitment to yourself, your success. Like I said, for some of you, it's like you're asking for this or you're asking for that. And it's like, okay, here it is. Here's your opportunity. Are you going to take it? Or are you going to reject it and push it away? Okay? So maybe this could be a commitment that you have to some kind of goal or something here. So I do want to get a little bit more information on that. Spirit, tell us a little bit more about pile number 2's commitment that is being tested. We've got the Chariot here. Okay? The Chariot is about willpower. It's about determination to move something forward. It's about being successful or having our sights set on achievements or goals and us having willpower enough to pursue them, right? You want this? Let's see what you're willing to do for it with the Chariot, right? That is a powerful energy of freedom where we're freeing ourselves from burdens and heaviness. We're taking a look at what we're currently dealing with enough to say, okay, if this is my goal and this is truly what I'm wanting here is success and abundance and prosperity, this is Spirit basically saying here, how bad do you want it? What are you willing to let go of in order for you to have that new beginning, that new opportunity that is leading you towards that Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles? Your commitment to this idea that you have for yourself is being tested, right? How bad do you want it? That's kind of what I'm seeing with this Chariot here. You get in the Chariot and you move forward. This is my focus. I have my sights set on X, Y, Z, and nothing is getting in my way. And that is this area, that energy of the Queen of Wands, right? When she wants something, she's determined. All of her passion, desire is in that energy. And once she gets into this Chariot, there is no stopping her. There is no stopping you, pal, too. That is where Spirit's saying this commitment is being tested. How bad do you want it? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to make this shift and this change? Don't miss out on the opportunity. Pay attention, right? Don't let pride get in your way, right? Maybe there's some kind of sacrifices that may need to be made with the situation, but you get in your Chariot and you go, okay? So let's see here. What is this personal issue reaches resolution for pile number 2? What is this personal issue reaches resolution for pile number 2? We have the High Priestess, okay? So the thing is here with the personal issue, maybe there's something you guys are thinking about, right? However, we have the High Priestess here. So the High Priestess is about our intuition, our inner knowing. It's about us trusting what our gut feeling is telling us to do in this situation. So maybe for some of you, if there's been some type of conflict that has been holding you back, this is Spirit saying here, you're going to have this clarity that's going to help you to see what direction you're really going to next by learning to trust what your intuition has already been telling you. Okay? So what is Spirit trying to warn you about? A specific person or a situation? We have summon here. Okay? So there's something. Maybe some of you are asking for clarity. Some of you are asking for help from your spirit guides. Here it is. Right? Maybe this is you summoning your power, your energy, you know, things that you're working on manifesting. Like I said, some of you could be manifesting. Look at that. We've got fulfillment here, right? Many of you are saying, okay, I want this. This is what I want in my life. It requires you, if you want it, yes, Spirit's bringing it to you. Here you are. What are you going to do with it? Right? This is something that's leading you towards fulfillment, happiness, right? Whether that be abundance, prosperity, whether it be love, whether it be your dream job, whether it be you setting yourself up on the road to success, long-term stability and security, something has to come to an end. Okay? But this is you manifesting your happiness, your fulfillment here. Okay? We have confidence. Again, Spirit's wanting you to be confident in yourself, in the situation. Let's see what else here. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? Pile number 2, a person, a situation. We have serendipity here. It says bright new prospects are on the horizon, whether that be a job prospect, a love prospect. Serendipity is you being at the right place, right time, things aligning. Here we go, right? New start, new beginning. So again, pay attention, right? Especially if, let's just say that you're sitting at home, you're relaxed, you're comfortable, and then all of a sudden you have this gut feeling of get up, get dressed, we're going somewhere. And you don't know why, right? You don't know why, what this feeling is. Trust it, okay? Like especially if Spirit's saying, let's get let's get up, let's go out. Go out tonight. Go out with your friends. Call one of your friends and go hang out with them tonight. Or you need to kind of take a different way home, or you need to go to the grocery store when you had like no plans to do it. That is what serendipity is, right? It's kind of like us aligning with these very serendipitous meetings, connections with people that are important to our path, our journey, okay? And then we also have the minstrel here, and it says, let your intentions be known. So what is it that we want? What is it that we're asking for? right? We're speaking these things into existence. The things that we're manifesting, like I said again, you get into your chariot and you go, okay? With willpower, determination, focus, progress, movement forward, whether it is traveling, movement, relocation, you being confident in yourself with moving towards a certain goal that you might have in mind. So let's see what else, pile number 2. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? A person, a situation. We have intuition, right? Maybe this is Spirit wanting you to learn your intuition more. Trust it. We also have love here. Maybe this is Spirit trying to say, trust your gut feeling about the love situation that you're in right now. We have wisdom, which is about you learning, right, from your past experiences. Maybe your intuition is telling you, open your heart up to someone new. Trust this new connection. Some of you may have already had that new opportunity that's there, and you're still kind of in that Four of Cups energy where you're still feeling discontent. Or you could be someone who's self-sabotaging that new opportunity that's there, right? That Chariot is about you breaking yourself free from the old energy, right? So let's see here. We also have faith, okay? So Spirit wanting you to have faith in yourself, in the situation, in another person, or someone new. We also have gratitude here, right? With gratitude, we have patience at the bottom, okay? So being patient with these changes, moving through challenges, whether they be your own challenges that you're moving past or challenges in your life at this time, and also holding gratitude, because sometimes these situations can be very challenging for us and we can feel like, why is all this stuff happening to me? But once we are kind of like transitioning through the energy and on the other side, we can look back to that situation and say, okay, now I see why I had to go through this. This is something that is preparing me with wisdom, with knowledge, with experience. So I can look back at that situation, make peace with it, and understand why I needed to go through. We can hold gratitude versus holding these heavy feelings towards that person or towards that situation, and hold more gratitude in our heart because we've gained grown wisdom or gained wisdom because of that. Okay. So another reason here, Spirit wanting you to kind of be patient, right? With these changes, the things that you're going through, maybe even the transition. Okay. So for many of you, it can even be moving towards something that you love. It may have nothing to do with your love life, right? It could be you just pursuing something that does bring you happiness and fulfillment. Okay. So I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number 2. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 3. So those of you that resonated with the Labyrinth Tarot and the Carnelian, this is going to be your reading today, and we are finding out what Spirit has been trying to warn you about, get your attention about a specific person or a situation you could currently be in your life. And it's trying to provide assistance to you, trying to help you or let you know something, to give you some type of clarity in the situation. So don't really know what's going to come through, but I'm just kind of setting the intention today that it be specifically for those of you that are maybe feeling puzzled by signs, synchronicities, messages, and are trying to figure out what it is that Spirit is trying to tell you about. Like I said, it can be about a person. Maybe Spirit is talking about a family member, a friend, a partner, co-worker, or maybe a certain situation that you're in right now that Spirit is trying to give you some kind of heads up with. Okay, so let's see pile number 3. What is Spirit trying to warn pile number 3 about a specific person or a situation? For pile number 3. What is Spirit trying to warn pile number 3 about? Let's see, pile number 3. What has Spirit been trying to warn you about? A person or a situation that Spirit is trying to bring your awareness to? Okay, so we do have the Sun. We have the Knight of Junk, which is the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pulls, which is the Ace of Wands. So we do have Aries, Leo, also Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? A person or a situation for pile number 3. We also have the Three of Wands. We have the High Priestess. Okay. This almost makes me feel like you don't know what this is yet. Like this is something that has not been revealed to you yet. And although your intuition may be kind of giving you hints about the situation, I'm feeling like it's still something you may feel kind of like in the dark about. Let's see, pile number 3. We have the Emperor. We have the Six of Wands. We also have the Nine of Wands, and then at the bottom of the deck we do have the Five of Wands. Okay, so the overall energy here with the Five of Wands is feeling some type of conflict. Now this can be conflict that you have with another person. It could be friends, it could be family members, it could be maybe even a romantic partner if you're dating somebody or in a relationship with someone. That Five of Wands can also be conflict that we feel within ourselves. Okay? Now I'm noticing that you do have the Ace of Wands energy here, and it kind of looks like, looking at this Ace of Wands, there is this hand that's kind of like breaking through this wall. So it makes me feel like there's some type of inspiration, a creative spark, some type of maybe even an idea that Spirit is trying to bring through for you. Okay? And it may even be something like you've already kind of had an idea of already, but for some reason you're feeling kind of conflicted about it. Maybe even kind of questioning if this is something that you should put your energy towards, even though you see that there is potential. And this is kind of what it feels like. It feels like you have an idea that's come to you already. Your intuition has guided you there, but you're still kind of in the dark about it. I'm noticing how this High Priestess has like this huge helmet on that there's, you know, the whole head is covered. So it makes me feel like your intuition has kind of given you this idea or this inspiration or this creative spark. And you can see that there's potential for you for this, but it's almost like you're doubting yourself or fighting yourself, even though it could be something that could bring in happiness, joy to your life. Looking at this Knight of Pentacles energy here, I'm looking at how this knight is standing down here with his hands that are almost like trying to block out all of these boulders that are kind of rolling at him. So some of you may feel like, if I take this path or if I go with this idea, how much challenge am I going to be met with? Right? How much challenge am I going to be met with? Is this thing going to give me the recognition that I'm truly looking for? It's kind of like, because I feel like with the Six of Wands here, the Sun energy here, this is some type of achievement. Maybe something that, a goal that you have for yourself, or something that like you feel like, okay, if I do this creative project, or if I open this business, or if I move towards this certain job position or whatever it is, I want to be recognized for that. I want to be seen. I want to be successful. I want to, you know, put forth all this energy. And so I feel like it is something that does require discipline, commitment, you know, putting in effort into this. And I feel like Spirit's wanting you with the Emperor energy here to kind of step into your masculine energy, and really, I feel like focus on a plan, strategy, developing here, trying to figure things out, keeping yourself focused and disciplined on whatever this is for you. And with the Nine of Wands, some of you may feel like you've already been putting in so much work into something and you're getting tired, you're feeling drained, you feel like things have been really challenging for you. And so I feel like regardless of what that is, this conflict that you're feeling, that Spirit's kind of wanting you to go with your intuition, gut feeling anyway. And really kind of trust whatever this is. Okay? There's some type of transformation or change that needs to happen, I feel like, within your own energy, because we do have all these wands here. And the wands in the tarot are about our spiritual energy, our putting forth our passion, our desire towards something. And I feel like with the Ace of Wands, Spirit has already kind of given you this inspiration or this spark of creativity that you have within you, the potential of which to gain recognition for, you know, success and achievements. And some of you may kind of just feel like, okay, I'm waiting for this to happen, or I'm waiting for this to change, or waiting for this shift. And it's kind of like Spirit saying, let's take action here. So I want to see and clarify a little bit of this energy here. But to me, with this pile, it feels like more of a situation that Spirit is kind of wanting you to bring awareness. And this could be something that's potentially happening within you. So let's look here. We do have Aries, Leo, and we have Sagittarius. Strong Aries with the Emperor energy. We have Pisces, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So let's start off with this Five of Wands here. Why is the Five of Wands here? Why is the Five of Wands here? We have the Two of Wands. So this is you feeling conflicted and kind of like at a crossroads, planning something. You're planning something and you're feeling conflicted about this plan. Maybe there's a decision you have to make here, right? And I feel like with the Sun energy being here, it's like Spirit is wanting you to make the choice based off of what is going to make you happy, right? What is going to make you feel fulfilled? And you may feel like when you think about this idea or this plan, like all you see, kind of like this Knight of Pentacles, is all these boulders coming at you, like just so much challenge that you either have been having already. Maybe things have been very slow to progress for you, for some of you, where you have been committed to a certain goal and you just feel like it's just like slowly trickling in. And it's just like, you know, should I even continue doing this, or should I move forward with this plan? Let's see here. What is this Ace of Wands here? What is this? The Emperor again. Yeah, this is like a lot of your masculine energy that Spirit is kind of wanting you to get yourself into. Okay, again, focus, discipline, planning, strategy, seeing things from a higher perspective. Okay, with this idea. It's like you have this idea, this inspiration that Spirit's giving to you to help to give you this spark, right? To kind of get things going within you. But it requires you to step into that energy of the masculine to actually make decisions, to put the plan into action. Because with the Ace of Wands, it's only potential, right? Only potential for something to happen. You have to put forth the energy to make it happen. Okay, and it requires the discipline with the Emperor, right? Our masculine energy. So let's see here. What is the Three of Wands? Yeah, some of you have been waiting for something, anticipating something. And we have the Page of Swords. Maybe some of you are waiting for some type of communication. Waiting for communication, maybe from someone, so you can say, okay, what is my next move? What am I doing here? Maybe some of you are needing to kind of do some research, look something up, gather information. What is this Knight of Pentacles? The King of Pentacles. Yeah, maybe some of you have like this goal of long-term security, stability, which I kind of feel has been kind of like the theme here today, with even with all the other piles. It's like Spirit is trying to help you to get on track, you know, with a certain goal. So I'm kind of feeling, because the energy is very similar in this reading today. So some of you may have felt like drawn to more than one pile, and maybe that would be helpful for you to kind of listen to more than one if you did feel called to it, okay? Because it does feel like very similar energy that Spirit's like trying to get the collective's attention for putting themselves in alignment with what their goals are, what their focus is, and really kind of help them to like get going, right? Is kind of what this energy feels like. So let's see here. What is the Sun energy here? And the King of Pentacles requires us to use our resources, right? Use our resources, take risks in life, and really commit ourselves to what our long-term future goal is. The Three of Wands is also about foresight, planning, potential, growth. So it's kind of like Spirit's trying to warn you or trying to get your attention about the planning that you may need to create for the future, right? And really start to kind of focus on that at this time. So you can kind of, like I said, see bigger picture perspective, take these ideas, you know, what is the next step? How do I need to create some goals or something, like a plan for myself in order to keep myself on track? So all about foresight, I feel like, with that Three of Wands. What's coming ahead? What's before you, right? Instead of just thinking about the space that you're in right now, it's like, okay, thinking, what do I want my life to look like 5 years from now? Where do I want to be? And what steps do I need to take right now in order to get there? Right? Let's see. What is the Sun energy here? The Eight of Swords. Okay. So the Eight of Swords is when we are keeping ourselves stuck in a place of negative thinking. We're kind of restricting ourselves or holding ourselves back in some kind of way. I'm just going to change this really quick. We're holding ourselves back in some kind of way here, right? Either by our own self-sabotaging thoughts, our own insecurities that are kind of creating blockages for us here. So it may even be Spirit saying here, you're blocking out your own happiness, right? Maybe we're keeping ourselves willfully blind. Why is the High Priestess here? Why is the High Priestess here? The Knight of Swords. Okay, so again, it's like your intuition is telling you something here. And with the Knight of Swords, it's kind of like you're needing to be confident with what your intuition is guiding you to do. Right? Without the second guessing yourself, without the negative thoughts, negative thinking. Because the Knight of Swords is about us moving forward with a decision and feeling confident in it. Taking decisive action with what your intuition is guiding you to do. Right? Let's see. Why is the Emperor here? What is the Emperor energy here? Nine of Swords. This is anxiety, fears that you have. Anxiety about future. You know, maybe it is planning here. Or taking action is something that gives you anxiety about making a plan. Maybe building a strong, firm foundation for some of you, right? The fours in the tarot are about stability. With the Emperor. Let's see. What is the Six of Wands? We have the Knight of Cups. Okay. So yeah, it's like with the Knight of Cups energy here, this is about opportunities, right? There could be new opportunities that are coming towards us that were being offered, or it could be you keeping yourself open to these opportunities. Okay? Let's see. Let's see. Why is this 9 of Wands here? We have the 10 of Wands. 9 and 10 of Wands. I don't know, maybe some of you are feeling extra stressed out or just burnt out, tired, drained. Maybe you're someone who has a lot of responsibilities. You're feeling conflicted. Maybe you're under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, overworked, burnt out. Why is the 5 of Wands here? I want to clarify a little bit more. Why is the 5 of Wands here? 6 of Swords. This is about some type of movement, transition. Some of you may be feeling a little bit nervous about transitioning from one place in your life into the next place, and you're feeling conflicted about maybe direction. But the 6 of Swords is about moving on, okay? Moving forward from something, maybe moving away from something that is creating challenge or conflict, or maybe even some of you, because of this, the 6 of Swords being a card of transition, that you kind of feel like your life is kind of like in this in-between awkward space right now, right? And so a lot of this requires us to really trust how our intuition is helping us to navigate. And for some of you, I feel like you're doubting yourself. You're doubting what's your intuition. And this, with this High Priestess and this Knight of Swords, to me, this says it all right here, right? Because your intuition is receiving these messages. Your soul knows what it's meant to do, where it's meant to go, what you're meant to do next. And with the Knight of Swords energy, it requires you, based off of what your intuition is telling you, to move forward with confidence, with action, with decision, right? The Knight of Swords is a very, very, he's fast and quick moving. Like, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to go. I'm not going to sit and think, in that 8 of Swords energy, 9 of Swords energy, and worry and stress and overanalyze and overthink things. Intuition tells me go, I'm going to go. And I feel like that's where Spirit is wanting you in a way to kind of get to take some kind of action here. Okay, and I'm seeing the Queen of Wands at the bottom, which is about confidence and your self-esteem and moving forward with passion and knowing that, yes, there could potentially be some obstacles, right? Like we were seeing that Knight of Pentacles, it looks like all those boulders are kind of like rolling at him, right? Downhill, right towards him. And it's like, yes, there is risk involved, but the Queen of Wands energy is one that understands that, yes, there are going to be challenges, but does that mean I'm going to give up? No, absolutely not with the Queen of Wands energy, because she knows what her potential is, right? And she's on her path to greatness into that King of Pentacles energy. It does require your commitment. And also, if you notice that things are just kind of like slowly trickling in and moving in, you're in control, right? You are in control here. So if you want to, I feel like, be at that King of Pentacles energy, it does require you with the Emperor energy here. We have it here twice, right? That's a big message for you. Let's get ourselves into a grounded, stable, secure position. Look at the bigger picture of things, planning, strategy, focus, right? What's the plan here? How can we keep ourselves accountable, right? Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles energy, focused, right? Committed to whatever that goal is, and embody this energy of the Queen of Wands to help us to get there, to make whatever transition this is, one that is truly successful, right? Which is basically Spirit, again, wanting you to be very sure, very confident that when your intuition comes through, you trust it. Okay, you don't doubt yourself. You super in tune with intuition. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get some oracle messages. Pile number 3. What has Spirit been trying to warn you about? A specific person or even a situation? We have don't let pride get in your way with Leo energy here. We also have meditate and contemplate with Pisces energy. Meditate and contemplate. And then we have surrender to the divine. Okay. And to me, that is that high priestess energy, your inner knowing, your higher self, right? Not trying to force things, not trying to control things, but you kind of surrendering to where your intuition is guiding you. Pile 3, what is Spirit trying to warn you about? A person, a situation, something in your life. We have obedience here. Okay, to me this looks like the Justice card. She looks like she's holding the sword of truth. She's holding the scale. It's very justice energy. In which case, this is about you making the best decision to serve your highest good. It's about you weighing your options. Okay? Weighing your options here, making the best possible decision you can make for yourself. Some of you, this can be surrounding your commitments, contracts, I don't know, leases, documents, paperwork, commitments that you might have. Let's see what else. We have rigid. Yeah, it's like Spirit's saying maybe you are being rigid with the way that you're thinking about something. Okay, especially with the Emperor energy. Sometimes, I mean, the shadow aspect of the Emperor could be trying to control, right? Trying to control something. So this to me, in a way, because the Emperor likes order. He likes order in his life. He likes stability. So if you are someone who likes like all your ducks in a row, you want to plan things out, you want to know exactly how things are going to happen, sometimes this requires us to think outside the box and to be open to change. And sometimes if we're thinking too rigid, right, that we are not able to see something in a different way. Because the King of Pentacles, you know, he achieves his goals, success, abundance, security, stability by taking risks in life. And sometimes that does require us to think outside the box or to not be so rigid and thinking that every single thing has to be exactly the way that I want it, when I want it, how I want it, in order for us to make change, right? This is a need for us to truly trust in the divine, that they're leading us to the right place for our highest good, right? Or away from something. Let's see here. We have self-worth here, okay? So many of you needing to know what your worth is, right? What you're deserving of, what you're capable of, I feel like. Maybe, like I said, many of you are being rigid with the thinking, okay? You're not able to get past the self-limiting beliefs, the blockages, how you block yourself, okay? Especially with that 8 of Swords that we had underneath there. How are you limiting yourself, right? By being too rigid in your thinking, that when you think about the path before you, all you see is a brick wall. You just think, there's no way I can do it. Forget it. I have too many obstacles in my way. I have this idea. I have this plan. There's something that I want, but all I see is a wall. And I can't see past that, right? That Queen of Wands looks at that wall and she's like, I got this. Find another way, right? Find another way around this. So yeah, maybe this is a need for kind of changing the thinking, right? The thought process surrounding it. So what is Spirit trying to warn pile number 3 about? Person, situation. We have the Wizard here, and it says use your skills to aid others. Maybe some of you are meant to help other people. Maybe this is something that you're really good at, you know? Maybe some type of business job where you mentor people, you inspire other people, you motivate people, for some of you. We have imagination clouds your judgment. Okay, some of you guys are just thinking so much that it's kind of making you feel confused, or you're not, your intuition is becoming blocked. You're not, you know, it's kind of like pulling away from the intuition and getting into that foggy space, right? Maybe you're overthinking things in your head too much, right? It says be meticulous and patient with the Spider, right? So again, planning here. But when you get too much in your head, you start overanalyzing, overthinking things, you get stuck, you can't plan, you can't focus. The intuition is drowned out, right? Intuition is drowned out here. So let's get our last messages, pile 3. What is Spirit trying to warn you about? A person or a situation clouded. Okay, look at that. Clouded, and we have creativity. So this almost makes me feel like some of you have some blockages here. Maybe there are creative blocks. To me, because with the creativity, it's connected into the feminine energy. Okay, the feminine energy being the high priestess. So yeah, so it's like Spirit's wanting you to kind of cut through maybe the overthinking, the overanalyzing things. Know your worth. Build yourself up. Yeah, maybe clouded thinking that is creating blockages for you. Not perceiving a situation clearly, right? We have dreams here. Having dreams. We have patience. Okay. Being patient. And we also have clearing here. Something, clearing something out of, I don't know, maybe this is your thinking. Okay. What I do want to do, because we have clouded here, we're saying imagination clouds your judgment, clouded energy here. I feel like Spirit wanting you to pursue dreams, goals that you have, clearing away anything in your life that is not in alignment with it. Yeah, some of you, I'm feeling like maybe there is a creative block here, right? Maybe you're being too, like I said, a little bit rigid with your thinking. This calls for outside the box, right? Risks involved, strategy, planning, feeling confident in your ability to kind of move forward here. So what is your, what are you clouded with? Pile number 3. What are you clouded about with? What are you not seeing clearly? Pile 3. The Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning, a new start. Being open to that new beginning or that new start, or planting the seed, right? For the new beginning, the something new. And we have the 9 of Pentacles energy here. So what you're clouded about, Spirit saying here, is your ability to take a new opportunity, create a new beginning that will lead you to this 9 of Pentacles, which is wealth, stability, security, independence, right? Maybe for some of you, it's like, can I do this on my own? Or can I take care of myself? Can I do this here, right? Maybe there's some clouded energy surrounding your ability to think of some ideas, right? That'll help to lead you to this place of financial independence, right? This is Spirit saying here, you have certain dreams and goals of being abundant, of being successful, of having what you truly dream about and truly want in your life. And this is you needing to kind of, in a way, build yourself up. I'm definitely getting a lot of solar plexus and sacral chakra energy, okay? Especially with the creativity. Sacral chakra, solar plexus, confidence in yourself, okay? Because I definitely feel like this is something that is very possible for you. So if you feel like kind of blocked and say, okay, I want this 9 of Pentacles, I want to be stable, I want to be independent, I want to be secure, but yet your vision is clouded, right? The intuition is like you're drowning it out with maybe the negative thoughts, negative thinking, self-limiting beliefs that are holding you back from you of truly seeing yourself as someone who has the potential to manifest this level of abundance for themselves or security, right? Long-term success. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So this requires you to really nurture those creative ideas that you have. Nurture, stay disciplined, focused, committed, right? To basically, the things that you're working towards to help to lead yourself towards this place of comfort and success and stability, okay? Which is what I'm seeing here. So I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number 3. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.